So when we come together, we create a collective energy field based upon our individual soul alignments. And that energy field uh, gives to set the tone for what's the energetic hierarchy that we will operate in up under, being together that we share a level of intention with. And so the primary energies that dictates that is the masculine, androgynous, or feminine energy. So when we come together, it really dictates if our hierarchy is more masculine, more feminine, or androgynous. Where some of the challenges that come in some relationships that we just overlook is that we're trying to operate in the wrong hierarchy together, and then what happens is it pulls out the weaknesses and the threats assignment, it amplifies it, and then we kind of can lose sight of each other, losing sight of what really makes us harmonious, and then we begin to shift the direction, the relationship in a different direction. Some examples of some energetic hierarchies that we could witness is like Van Hunt and Holly Berry. Great vibe when we look at it from the outside. They have a masculine, actually, it's more masculine submissive type of hierarchy. So they're very masculine, but they're very supportive in each other in their masculine energy. Asia Wilson, the basketball player, star basketball player, and Bam Adebayo that plays for the Miami Heat. They just recently got together. They got good chemistry, good vibe. Actually, both of them carry a lot of masculine energy, and they operate in that. We saw recently with Candy Burris and Todd Tucker, we see that, fortunately they're getting divorced or whatever. But I think when I looked at their numbers and looked at some things, I can pretty much indicate that I think they were confused on that hierarchy model. They were trying to operate more in masculine or feminine, or trying to bounce back and forth, when truly, based off their energy profile, they really was more of an androgynous hierarchy model. So they had to find with each other how they co-equal. And I think they got caught up in the battle of personal sovereignties and all the different infractions that might happen. But that's an example of seeing a relationship probably went in a different direction that it probably didn't have to, because the hierarchy amplified their weaknesses and the threats. But they got into the proper hierarchy, those things could have been minimized because they both would have been aware, and they would have more autonomy and more to uh, to troubleshoot through those things versus giving them power. Steph Curry and Aisha Curry is another great example. Good relationship. We saw a little bit of grumblings going on during the summer, but they're a good example of an androgynous hierarchy. They flow like that, and so when we fail to acknowledge the hierarchy, it can hinder the flow in the relationship.